Orbital Gardens, this is Mission Control. We are confirming acquisition of your signal. You are live in 5, 4, 3, 2...
Hello and welcome to Gardeners of the Galaxy, the podcast for all of the sentient beings in the universe who have a passion for plants. I'm Emma the Space Gardener and I will be your host as we explore gardening on Earth and beyond. This is a teaser episode, the first segment of a longer show recorded exclusively for my supporters. You can hear the whole thing and other bonus episodes by signing up at patreon.com/Gardeners of the Galaxy. Or you can pay for just this episode via Ko-fi, and that's ko.fi.com/Orbital Gardens. For this special episode, I thought I would take a trip into the astrobotany archives. In April 2008, space plants made the headlines, an unusual occurrence then, although thankfully it's becoming a little more commonplace now. "I'll grow marigolds on the moon, says scientist," was the headline in the Telegraph here in the UK. The BBC went with "Plants thrive on moon rock diet." So what was the story behind the headlines? At the European Geosciences Union meeting in Vienna, Dr. Bernard Fong from the European Space Agency presented research he'd been working on with Natalia Kozyrovska and Irina Zaitz from the Ukrainian Academy of Sciences in Kyiv. Together, they had been trying to grow marigolds in crushed anorthosite, an earth rock chosen for its similarities to lunar regolith. They found that, unsurprisingly, the plants did not grow well in plain old crushed rock. But those were the control plants. Their experiment involved combining plants with a mix of carefully chosen bacteria, and the inoculated plants did much better. The bacteria helped them access the nutrients they needed from the rock. The scientists believe their results demonstrated that marigolds could be grown in lunar regolith without the need for fertiliser from Earth. Dr. Fong hoped to include a greenhouse on an upcoming ESA mission to send a lander to the moon, growing the model plant Arabidopsis, cabbages and tulips. According to Dr. Fong, tulips are ideal because they can be frozen and transported long distances and grown with little need for nutrients. Combined with algae in an enclosed artificial atmosphere with bacterially enhanced regolith, they could form the first lunar ecosystem. Other ESA officials at the Vienna meeting weren't so keen on the idea, dismissing it as science fiction, and 15 years later, we're still waiting to see a greenhouse successfully growing plants on the moon. Putting that aside though, let's move beyond the media coverage and delve a bit more deeply into the research that grew marigolds on moon rock. You've been listening to a teaser episode of Gardeners of the Galaxy. You can download the whole show via Ko-fi, and that's ko.fi.com/Orbital Gardens, or you can sign up at patreon.com/Gardeners of the Galaxy to access it and other bonus episodes. I'll put those links in the show notes, which you'll find at theunconventionalgardener.com. I'll be back soon with another exciting episode of Gardeners of the Galaxy. In the meantime, thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Orbital Gardens, this is Mission Control, confirming termination of your signal. We have spoken to the engineering team about the smell you've reported, and they have requested that you try stirring the WC tank. Mission Control out.